Welcome to this lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain material science and free electron theory, which comes under module 5 of engineering physics prescribed by VTU. Here, I am going to explain the following points, that is, free electron concept, drift velocity, Drude Lorentz theory or classical free electron theory, mean free path lambda, mean collision time tau, and relaxation time tau r. So, what is free electron concept? So, in a metal, we come across valence electrons as well as conduction electrons. So, valence electrons are tightly bound to the nucleus, whereas conduction electrons or free electrons moves freely within the boundaries of the metal. These free electrons are responsible for the conduction of electricity, and hence they are called conduction electrons. Due to thermal agitation, the free electrons moves constantly within the boundaries of the metal. They collide with each other and also with the boundaries of the metal. As the temperature of the metal increases, the thermal agitation also increases, and hence the resistance suffered by the material for the flow of electrons keep on increases. So this is what going to happen in case of metals. The electrons which are responsible for the conduction of electricity are known as conduction electrons. On the application of external electric field, the electrons gets diverted in a direction opposite to the direction of applied field, and the kind of motion is known as drift motion, and the velocity acquired by the electrons by that time is known as drift velocity. So the drift velocity is denoted by symbol Vd, and further we are having one more concept, that is what is called mean free path lambda and mean collision time tau. Mean free path lambda is nothing but the average distance traveled by the electrons between successive collisions with the lattice points. So here in the diagram, the electron is keep on collide with the lattice points. Okay, so the average distance traveled by the electrons between the successive collisions with the lattice points is known as mean free path lambda. Similarly, the mean collision time tau is the average time that elapses between the successive collisions with the lattice points. So that is what the meaning of mean collision time, that is the average time that elapses between the successive collisions with the lattice points. That is what is called mean collision time tau. And one more is the relaxation time tau r. So in the absence of external electric field, all the electrons are moving randomly in all directions. The probability of finding an electron moving in a particular direction is exactly equal to finding another one moving in the opposite direction. Therefore, the average velocity of the electrons, that is VAB, is equal to 0 in the absence of applied electric field. When we apply electric field, the average velocity of the electron will be equal to VAV dash, that is in the presence of applied field, that too in a direction opposite to the direction of applied field. When the field is turned off, the average velocity of the electrons reduces exponentially from VAB dash to 0 as shown in the graph. So here we are plotting a graph of VAB dash, VAB, that is average velocity versus time. So the average velocity of the electrons reduces exponentially from VAB dash to 0. The decay process is as according to the equation, that is VAB is equal to VAB dash into e to the power of minus t by tau r, where t is the time counted from the instant the field is switched off, and tau r is known as relaxation time. When t is equal to tau r, the average velocity VAB is equal to 1 by e times VAB dash. Thus, the relaxation time can be defined as it is the time taken by the electrons to reach the directional velocity, which is equal to 1 by e times its value by the time the field is switched off. So this is what the definition for relaxation time tau r. And the drift velocity Vd is given by the equation E into E by m into tau, that is E into tau by m, where E is charge on the electron, capital E is the strength of the applied field, and tau is relaxation, that is mean collision time, and m is mass of the electron. So according to classical free electron theory, the mean kinetic energy of an electron is exactly equal to kinetic energy of a gas molecule at the same temperature. So when we consider a gas molecule, the kinetic energy of a gas molecule is given by half mv square, and the kinetic energy of an electron at a temperature T is given by 3 by 2 kT. So it is observed that as according to classical free electron theory, the free electrons are assumed to behave like gas molecules and assumed to obey the laws of kinetic theory of gases. That's why 3 by 2 kT, that is the kinetic energy of an electron at temperature T, is equal to kinetic energy of a gas molecule at the same temperature given by half mv square. Here Vth means thermal velocity. And the failures of classical free electron theory. This is an important concept in this syllabus. So classical free electron theory is successful in explaining many of the experimental facts, but it is failure to explain specific CV, specific heat of a metal. So specific heat is nothing but the temperature required to rise 1 mole of a substance through 1 degree Kelvin. That is what the meaning of specific heat. So the classical free electron theory predicts that specific heat Cv is equal to 3 by 2 R, but experimentally it is observed that specific heat Cv is equal to 10 to the power of minus 4 RT, where R is gas constant and T is the temperature. So this is what the failure observed in case of classical free electron theory. And when we consider the electrical conductivity of metal, that is temperature dependence of electrical conductivity of metal, as according to classical free electron theory, the electrical conductivity sigma is proportional to 1 by root T, but experimentally observed data shows that the electrical conductivity of a metal is proportional to 1 by T. So here the classical free electron theory fails. And one more concept is dependence of electrical conductivity on electron concentration. So as according to quantum free electron theory, the electrical conductivity sigma is given by n square tau by m. But the classical free electron theory predicts that sigma is proportional to n. But experimentally observed data shows that sigma is not equal to or not proportional to n. So this is what one of the failure observed in case of classical free electron theory. So the classical free electron theory states that or shows that a metal is supposed to consist of free electrons moving freely within the boundaries of the metal. These free electrons are responsible for the conduction of electricity, and they assume to obey the laws of kinetic theory of gases. And the repulsion between the electrons or the attraction between the electron and the ion core is neglected, and the electrons are moves with constant potential difference and stay confined within the boundaries of the metal. So these were all some of the assumptions made by classical free electron theory. So the classical free electron theory or Drude-Lorentz theory. So here you can look at the statements made by classical free electron theory. That is there are freely moving valence electrons called free electrons in a metal, and these are confined to its body. The electric current in a metal due to an applied electric field is a consequence of drift velocity in a direction opposite to the direction of applied field. This is one of the statement made by classical free electron theory. And the free electrons are treated equivalent to gas molecules, and thus they are assumed to obey classical kinetic theory of gases. That is, the kinetic energy of a electron at temperature T, that is 3 by 2 kT, is equal to half mv square. So here mvth square is there. So Vth is nothing but thermal velocity, K is Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature in Kelvin, and m is mass of the electron. And the third statement is the electric potential due to the ionic cores is taken to be uniform throughout the metal, and the attraction between the free electrons and the lattice ions and the repulsion between the electrons are ignored. So these were all the statements made by classical free electron theory. And failures, as I told earlier, the specific heat CV is equal to 3 by 2 R. That is the prediction made by classical free electron theory, but experimental observed data shows that CV is equal to 24 of minus 4 RT. So this is one of the statement made by classical free electron theory, and it is considered as the failure made by the theory. And further, the temperature dependence of electrical conductivity. So sigma theory is proportional to 1 by root T. This is what the data given by classical free electron theory, but experimental observed data, that is sigma experiment, is proportional to 1 by T. So this is one of the failure made by the theory, and at the same time dependence of electrical conductivity on electron concentration. So here, as according to classical free electron theory, sigma is proportional to n. Here sigma is equal to n square tau by m as according to quantum free electron theory, but experimentally observed data shows that sigma is not proportional to n. So this is observed by taking the examples of copper and aluminum, that will be explained in detail in the coming slide. Okay, so this is what about the explanation about the failures made by classical free electron theory. And here you can look at the definition of mean free path lambda, that is nothing but the average distance traveled by the electron between the successive collisions with the lattice points, and mean collision time tau is nothing but the average time that elapses between the successive collisions with the lattice points. So these are all the statements. And further, the drift velocity is nothing but the velocity acquired by the electrons on the application of external electric field in a direction opposite to the direction of applied field is known as drift velocity, denoted by symbol Vd is equal to E into E tau by m, where E is charge of the electron, capital E is the strength of the applied field, tau is mean collision time, and m is mass of the electrons. Thank you.